Hello everyone, my name is Marek Rudak. I'm a love proficiency coach. Thank you so much for being here with me in my YouTube channel. I am so glad that you're here. Today I'd like to discuss the practical side of an article that is linked right below called How to Use Deadlines to Get, you guessed it, to get to the heart. And the example that I like to use is actually very recent, but in a way has dates to a very early part in my life, in the sense that I've always, ever since I can remember when I watched movies, I really connected to the parts of the movies when the actor gave some powerful speech. For example, one movie that comes to my mind is Any Given Sunday, when Al Pacino gave the Life is a Game of Inches speech. I was like, man, so deep, so powerful, so captivating. I was really attracted to that, and I was like, man, I was like, I wish I could do that myself. I was like, I just wish I could do it. And back then I thought this is something that you're born with. And the kind of the older I got, the more I realized that, especially when you read the biographies of the people who accomplish a lot, what you find is that these guys did not necessarily get born with these special abilities or superpowers. It really came down to the fact that they're really passionate about something, and because of that they really worked at it, and they realized early on, or realized at certain stage of their life, that whatever they worked on was a skill, and it was just a matter of time for that skill to develop. And it was because they were so passionate about it, they did not let setbacks turn them off, derail them, tell them that this is not for them. For example, like a class, Steve Jobs. Obviously, he had a lot of failures in the beginning of his life, but then he learned from them, and he was very successful at the end of his life in terms of his role at Apple. And that's really what drew me to Toastmasters, in the sense that I feel like I have this innate desire, and I really want to speak, but yet I'd also realized that I have much to learn, and I was like, what better place to learn than joining Toastmasters? Kind of like, hey, if I want to get strong, I want to join a gym, and so if I want to become a speaker, why not join Toastmasters, where that's really what you do. You meet every week for 1 hour, and you give speeches to each other. You give constructive feedback to the people that speak, and also you do table topics, which is meant to really throw you off your typical game, make you uncomfortable, and have you talk about random topics for 2 minutes to have you get used to being uncomfortable, especially being a speaker, and being able to find yourself and be able to talk your way through the most uncomfortable situations. Great training. And so, to talk about it more specifically, in Toastmasters, every year there's a competition. So each chapter has its own competition, kind of on and on, and goes until the international level. And so my club president put me on a spot to compete in my club. And I was like, man, it's like I'd love to do it, because I know that through competition I'll get better, but I just have all these things going on. And so my mind was telling me, it's like, hey, great idea, but I don't think it's the right time. But something in my heart told me, go for it. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then she was like, great, I'll have you speak next week. I was like, oh man, there's no way. But I was like, let's play about it. Let's see where it goes. And I worked on it. And as it turns out, I was able to turn out a speech a lot faster than I was able to do it before. And I gave it last week. Obviously, it still is gonna have. I got a lot of good ideas to make it better. It's not finite, but I definitely got a speech way farther than I thought I could. And actually, the idea that I want to talk about, which by the way is my relationship with my dog Brittany, ended up being a lot more powerful than I thought. And so, my friends, the point of the matter is that if there's a dream in your heart, whatever that dream is, I highly encourage you to put yourself in a setting that's gonna put some deadlines upon you to make that dream a reality. For me, when it comes to speaking, was putting myself in Toastmasters Club, where you meet every week and you get put on a list to speak, and that's what puts you in the environment where it forces you not to make excuses and produce and put those dreams that are into your heart into reality. So please, there's a dream in your heart, find that setting. And when you find it, please let me know. And I know that what will happen is that in those settings where you have those deadlines, you'll be amazed at what comes out of your heart through the power of the Holy Spirit, and how you're going to be able to make this world a better place. So my friends, if you found this message valuable, please share and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, God bless and talk to you soon.